should be live.
Nice.
All right. Hello everyone. Welcome back. I know I just casted the WTH versus the ESPT match in Tobruk earlier today, but here I am once again casting Pathfinders versus Syndicate on Town Center, Carrington. Today I'll actually be joined by my good friend Capcase, so I'll let him do a brief introduction right now.
Yeah, excited to be here. Really excited to see two really good teams. Newer PF team, really strong, just won APL Division 3. Came off a really strong win against Ronin, and then Sin, had some struggles in APL, kind of found their footing against Chimera. What was that, last night or 2 nights ago when you cast them? A really strong Stalingrad game, so excited to see what they can do on Carrington today. So really, really excited to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming on. It'll probably beat casting by myself like I was earlier, but yeah, no, it should be a good matchup. Like you said, PF just won APL Div 3. Syndicate, through some adversity, have managed to win some key matches, so it should definitely help boost your confidence going into HCA. These two teams won't meet, at least in the group stage for HCA, but it'll still be a good warm-up, for their opponents later on in HCA.
Yeah, especially with both teams' rosters growing. PF probably the most up and coming team right now. It'll be really good to see how they do in a 49s. You'll have to check me on this, but this is they did 36s in APL, so I don't know how many games they've played in 49s. But this will be really exciting to see them play in a 49 setting and see how they adapt versus 36s to a 49s gameplay, because it is much different playing in 36s versus 49s. So it'll be really cool to see them on Carrington here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, PF is still a relatively newer team, so they don't have as much experience doing 49s. So, yeah, seeing how they adapt to 49s, because Sin has a lot of experience with 49s, obviously playing all the big tournaments. So, I think this would be a good, example of a match for PF to build upon for their upcoming matches in HCA.
Now, let's break down PF. Why don't you give me PF's probably their biggest strength and PF's biggest opportunity, and then we'll jump into Sin and do their biggest strength and their biggest opportunity that you've seen going into HEA.
Yeah, absolutely. I think PF has shown exemplary. Yeah, ooh, I'm not gonna try and say that. I can't speak right now. I think PF has shown very good instincts when it comes to bouncing back. Right, they're not afraid to give up the opening cap, or they're not scared to be in a recap scenario. Right. Um, they are very good about setting up map control for recaps. Leveraging map control when they're in a 3-2 situation. They don't really buckle under pressure too often. Their tanks have did a solid job throughout APL. So I think that was nice to see. As far
Struggle
as
here real quick to find them.
yeah, no, I was trying to
There we go.
find Domo's squad,
Where's our drive?
but yeah, I mean, as regarding as far as PF goes, I think they are in a good situation, right, going into HCA, right, transitioning from 36s to 49s. They have momentum. They have the necessary tools that they need to be successful, I would say.
Nice.
And
And then
then
for Sin,
yeah, for Syndicate, overall, right, like they did have a rough go around through APL, but despite that, the recent friendlies they've been able to bounce back, get some key wins. So I think that'll help build their confidence going into HCA. Syndicate, I consider them a very scrappy team, right? Like I mean, they get punched in the face, right, sometimes, but they don't let them get it down. Like they're just get back up, they'll keep grinding. Like even in the match last night, the Chimera match, like they went down 2-3. They lost key grounds of the map multiple times, but yet they still were able to reset back in, recap the point, hold the point. So a very scrappy team and very enjoyable to watch and cast.
yeah, absolutely. That's good points about both teams. I like your point about Sin being scrappy because playing with Botan and Helios, especially Botan, playing them in both APL and now HCA. I've seen firsthand we've been down in 2-3 scenarios against Sin, and I'll tell you this much, they really do know how to play that sort of scrappy game and kind of lane hold. So I'll be excited to see them continue growing, because they are a really good team. Just they've had some recent struggles, but in their last couple of friendlies they played, they really cleaned it up. So it'd be good to see. But Carrington's always a struggle of a map, right? Lot of close quarter engagements. STGs are something to have here, and I'm also excited to see. I'm only seeing one recon tank, but I'm excited to see some of the snipes. Carrington's really known for a lot of snipes now with how much tech there is out there. So it'll be interesting to see what Sin and PF have cooked up for this opener.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, especially on Townsend, especially, there's a lot of very common snipe spots that are known. So we're just gonna kind of sit in the skybox here and kind of pan around to see any of the snipes that end up going through. As you can see here, PF is a little congested on this red road. Um, you see all three of their tanks here. The recon tank leading the charge. Looks like another light vehicle with this truck.
Definitely interesting to see this almost like tank stack down red road. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but this will be really interesting to see how this works out with the recon tank and where it plays.
Oh, Rocket just killed. I think that was the Greyhound. What a rocket!
Knife. Oh.
We'll have to go check out the carcass and see what that was, but that was a beautiful rocket.
Yeah, what a play there. I'm going to take a look. That was a truck. Grunt getting 8 kills. Looked like their meat grind truck, possibly. Got 8 kills there with the Panzerschreck.
Holy
really
crap.
Nice snipe. Oh.
Rocket's coming in for Syndicate here.
Yeah,
All right.
it'll be interesting to see. So it looks like that must have been their south truck / meat grind.
I think it was their meat grind truck.
Yeah, meat grind for sure. Really nice rocket there.
Probably caught that though.
Gonna gain a lot of ground off of that. Hopefully getting a lot of control of backyards here.
Meat grind's kind of empty here, so we'll kind of choose to pan down here, get up close with Snarky and Gordon Bombay in these backyards.
Yep.
Snarky here.
Nades over.
Picks one.
Good flag.
Gets traded though.
Yep. Good trade there. Way to hold your OP. You see it flashing like that. Some people start getting a little weary running off it. But, holding your ground there is a really good play. So good on him. Luke's being here is interesting. I mean, off the opener, getting really aggressive. It's nice. But, if that medium pulls up,
yeah,
sight lines on this.
It's a very aggressive Luke spot, but I kind of like it because the medium can't really do anything. The Stewart can't really do anything, right? Luke's can just splash for free and get any OPs that may be in this trench, but I don't see any OPs here actually.
Yeah,
so...
did everyone get burned?
Okay, the OP's in the alley here. Tuna Robber must be out of rockets.
Yep.
Oh,
no.
Maybe not. Oh, okay. I thought he killed himself.
Yeah. Well, the Luke's looks like it's making a dive. Might have killed Tuna Robber there. The medium.
Ooh, Rocket just misses from Min and Kavas.
Hopefully the medium.
1 OP
here,
burned.
The medium's off to its right, just not really turning the gun.
I'm not really sure what's happening here, but
I'm hoping this is called out, but looks like we got AT
we have 3 AT players. 2 of them go down. 1 shot.
Right? There we go.
Oh, rocket comes into the medium by Kebab here. Very nice rocket. Will we see the second rocket follow-up on the medium?
Oh.
Just high.
Oh, just high. The medium looks comfortable. I mean, they're not interested in moving or nothing, just kind of lane holding. Second Luke's, I mean,
a bit questionable to be up this far, right? I mean, the medium is just gonna turn and put 1 shot in the Luke's.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's pretty aggressive, but I guess it's buying a lot of ground south for the infantry to get in behind. So, I mean, it's a little aggressive for me, but again, you know, I don't hate the play here. Just to kind of let your imp kind of play through all this. Let them get in behind. Hopefully Sin's kind of gaining ground because, I mean, this Luke's is shutting down the alleyway as well as all of the, all this backyards area.
I'm not really sure what's happening here. The medium has not reacted to those Lukes yet. Finally,
There
no,
we
the
go.
Stewart kills the Lukes. The medium didn't even put a shell in.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if the medium had, maybe it was blocked by the tree, but hopefully now the medium can kind of readjust. You know, they've got, luckily now they've got a bit of a tank advantage for a little while, with the medium and that Stewart still being watched. So hopefully they can regain some ground with the Stewart, but take a look here.
Bird drops one, gets traded through the smoke, unfortunately. Ben gets his refrag.
I know when you're at the reload.
Yep.
I'm gonna peek out.
Nade comes out. Rectum River pushing up in front of Ben. Gets one. Gets two.
You see the power of the STG in this long hallway here, just ripping these M1 Grands apart.
Do you have any smoke?
Yeah, it really is a crazy sight to behold, right? I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's always tough trying to play these long angles, but good frag there by Shooter.
Yep, Ben hops on the cart here, hoping to see Shooter McGavin here. He might just see him in just a second. He sees him, gets the kill.
Good play there by Ben.
Once again,
See
very
if anyone
patient on the corner here. He should have line of sight here on Did I Ask and Sperry in just a second. Nade might have damaged him a little bit. Ooh, Did I Ask killing both Ben and Rectum Ripper here.
Good frags there. Looks like North Sin gained a lot of ground up by Church. Looks like they almost have full control of Church. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, Sin has full control of Church at least. Looks like the Stewart kind of took a lot of ground there with their imp, so
indeed they
we'll
did.
see how that helps.
PF has no garrison anywhere near the cap of Town Center right now. This is a bit concerning to be in their shoes.
Yeah, you would think here at this point, like, you know, I'm sure the Gary network for them is showing, you know, you want to garrison north, and then you want to try and fit a garrison in the backyards. But at this point, you know, you got to get something up. So, you know, getting it up in the backyards of Hardcap, you know, yes, you know, it makes it a bit more difficult on your later Gary network, but you've got to do something here in case these SLs get wiped. They can't be running back from like 2 grid squares, so hopefully we'll see that go up here. See Shane, Chippy here.
Davy Jones gets one. He gets traded by Hippie.
Nice. Good trades there. Again, though, got Kofu up there. See if Hippie's able to get him.
Looks like Hippie's not pushing the church. Sifu trying to get on top of the roof of the church. Gets killed by the Satch, though, unfortunately. One shot goes into the Stewart here. 2 shots in.
Stewart
3 shots in. Looks like all those guys are out of rockets now.
Yep.
You know, in this case, these guys need to be redeploying, right? Like, they don't have rockets. The Stewart's just gonna run away and, you know, repair. So, like, they'd be redeploying, getting more rockets, and constantly putting pressure on the Stewart.
You know, it's not always about, you know, just standing there and, you know, trying to eat bullets, especially when you're playing those super important classes like AT and Satchel classes. You've really got to, you know, focus on the W key, focus on getting the most value out of your kits there, you know, so that's unfortunate that Stewart's going to live there because, again, it's just kind of holding up that entire push because it looks like they're winning gun battles, but not being able to take ground due to the Stewart. But overall, PF, it's still holding strong here. Ben and Rectum still holding this this narrow passage here, which is really nice.
Looks like PF got a flanko PF here. Tuna Robber and Dosky.
Nice. Really good play here. Get it in behind and start reflanking.
Uh-oh. Tuna runs out of ammo here at the worst possible time with 2 enemies in front of him.
On the worst class too, trying to rock the Car 98. Good
Dosky
burn there,
burns the
Bone.
OP. Does Tuna Robber have rockets here? Get that first person rocket POV. One shot in the
There you
side of
go.
the 75. Will the 75 react? Oh, gets killed right
Oh.
before he can fire the second shot. That is unlucky.
Good ass, good burn there. Burns a second.
Can Dosky get the refrag here? Misses a couple shots. Gets killed by the 75. Did I ask? We'll live to see another day. Libby here in the second story right here just has perfect line of sight on this medium and the allied push back in a hard cap.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm hoping that we get some flares up for Sin here because I mean you just can't have this right now. I mean this is a nightmare if you're Inf right now and you've got people all over you like this.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry about
And
that,
the
was
stream
tapped out.
just
Yeah.
yeah, the stream just started, so the audio is looking pretty good as well. So
Nice, glad to
pretty
hear.
good. Yep. So if you're Sin right now, you know, what's the call here? What's the playmaking look like for Sin right now? Like, what are you focused on if you're Sin?
Well, in this situation, right, from the town center recap, I firmly believe that the recap comes from the north side, right? Like, you take church, then you take factory, and you take the north side though, and then you can kind of leverage that into taking a hard cap, right? So if I'm Syndicate here, right, I already have control of church. I just want to focus on overwhelming the far north and then leverage that into hard cap, right? Get, you know, a heavy up there, maybe a medium. You know, it's okay to let PF exist in the south here, just because it's not as relevant as the north, right? Because the north holds more lanes in a point.
Yeah, especially when your fourth point is that most northern point. I definitely, you know, definitely agree with you there that north has got to be something that you know, they're really focused on here. So bringing a heavy and a north and a medium up definitely is the player because this medium, not to say I don't feel like it's doing as much as it could be, but I mean at this point you're just kind of sitting here in between smoke and you know you can't really do anything. If you go north here, at least you're holding some ground for your imp to kind of get aggressive because this is just a lane hold now. See with the shotgun here.
Yeah, I heard the P4. Sounds like the P4 is in the middle of hard cap. If he has shotgun here, he could potentially make a play towards the P4. Fortunately, gets killed by the P4.
Forrest holding good angle here, just waiting for this medium to play. It looks like that P4's almost got only a turret shot, so
Oh, medium just
Ooh.
misses. They're gonna have to reverse here. They're gonna take a shot.
Is-
Shot
go,
goes
good
in.
shot
They
by
miss
the
2 shots. They need a reverse here.
Ooh,
I don't.
yeah.
They might be out of time here. That shot. Ooh,
Ooh. Scurries away.
that was very close.
Yeah. And again, though, this medium player, I mean, it's fine to trade blow for blow, but, you know, could the medium be, you know, in a different position here, helping North kind of gain some ground here? It might be a little too late at this point since, you know, first Tiger's already out and it's walking its way up, but, you know, medium North would have probably been, for the Allies, would have been really good here, especially with having the light tank up there, but we'll see. We'll see what Sin cooks up here.
Yeah, I got some AP Mine gaming here in the backyards. You love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with how, you know, often people are just running right through these trenches. Oh, we'll see what Ben can do here.
OGK drops 2. Ben kills 1. OGK kills Tuna Robber there.
And they're in 3 story. They're in 3 story.
Ben
Ben's
versus
looking for
OGK
him.
here. Ben just misses him. Ben isn't gonna get the surprise on OGK. Drops
Nice.
him.
Good shots there by Ben.
Bombing run out. Salon quality hair gets the OP and the Garrison on hard cap here. Huge play.
Oh,
If he keeps
Wow.
pushing forward, he will get another OP here. He sees the spawn come in, kills Tuna and Green Bastard. Ben should have sightline on him here pretty soon.
hopefully he's nading that here.
He
You know what, a
did.
second switch. Nice. Wow, and we talked about it, right? having that backyard's Gary up, you know, it's not the best place to do it, but you needed something. And this is what happens when you have nothing on TC. I mean, the next closest Gary is now so far away, and you have no OPs in the backyards. But here comes the Tiger, though. Tiger's going to offer a lot of cap weight as well as the P4 here.
This is very scary, though. I mean, PF is wiped out of courtyard. Yeah, south courtyard here, and they're away from hard cap. Like, they have 1 OP here, and they have no. Their closest garrison is like 200 meters away from the cap. Ben finally goes down in the hard cap.
But again, the backyard's completely PF owned, and that's not something you want to give up if you're allies. You know, yes, you're going to have a bit more control north with this Tiger, but, you know, it's so easy for him to get through that backyards, get satchels, get rocket shots in on those Tigers and those P4s and through those backyards.
Oh, a little bit of tech here.
Yeah, that was something. Okay, we're cooking.
Rectum Ripper here. Oh, unfortunately gets insta-killed out of the window.
Wow, good shot there by Lucid.
But yeah, PF Burt here. Is he going to opt to go through the white gates, or is he going to try to go around?
Interested to see where the Artie's landing right now for Sin.
Looks like it's landing on top of the Tiger, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I mean, hopefully, you know, it looks like the 76 is getting a bit aggressive with the Tiger. They just don't have shots yet, but...
That's actually still the 75 medium. They are way over peaked here. Yeah.
Yeah. The Tiger should have a shot.
He would if he could see anything, if there wasn't too much smoke.
Yeah. See...
Oh no, he doesn't have sight line. No, he doesn't because of the truck.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. If you just pull up just a bit more there. But you're absolutely right. That medium is very exposed right now.
Oh, Syndicate 76 here, pulling up on the corner of the church.
And we talked about this. This is what Syndicate needs to do if they want to get into hard cap right now. They own the backyard, so this is a great call out by the armor lead here to pull your 76 north here. We'll see how aggressive this 76 gets.
We got Davy Jones here versus Ant. Satchel's about to go down in the corner of the building. That might actually team kill both Ant and Shane. Shane goes down. So does Ant.
Yeah. I don't hate the satchel there. You know, you got to use your utility. It's not a bad corner, especially if they're camping it there. But definitely when your imp is that close, it's always a tough call. But
Tiger.
yeah, I mean the medium is. Oh, we're shooting smoke at the Tiger. Tiger's repositioned though already.
It's not the worst call though. I mean, now look, the P4 and the Tiger are watching the same angle here. Tiger's finally moving back to watch the front door.
Yep. Now the Tiger might get aggressive here though, knowing that that's a medium there. Hopefully, you know, that's marked as a medium here and the call outs come in. You got to figure that's why this Tiger's getting that aggressive, is they know it's a medium.
He's gonna have the blind fire though, but he backed up. That's smart.
Yeah. I took a rocket shot from what it looks like.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Must be a rep station up because he is getting. Oh yeah, rep station up right here.
Yeah.
Nice spot for rep station.
It looks like a default, so it's actually a really smart play. Well, Sin's kind of gained some ground back. Wow. And check that Whammo Gary out. Looks like Sin's on it.
Faded misses 2 shots on Dosky. Maybe they just didn't register, but Dosky should see Faded here. They both missed a couple shots. Faded getting domed.
Now that's not good. Now luckily, okay, so MT Ducky's at least gonna get the Gary.
Yeah, so Whammo Gary goes down. Dosky moves his OP up. He should have it, yeah.
Definitely trouble here. Hopefully there's more flares coming up.
was trying to see where Syndicate may have had a launch garrison, but I don't see the launch garrison here. Maybe it's further up? Hmm.
Maybe burned it at this point, but again, they're starting to reflank that front door, and hopefully, I know we just saw that up behind the 76. Was that an assault player behind the 76 before?
I'm not sure, but I just wanted to point. Ah, you're right, it is. Tuna Robber kills one
Tuna Robber gets
crewman.
one.
Data transfer.
Oh,
He needs to
no.
get this kill. Data
Oh,
transfer.
no.
Oh no, 76 is
Oh.
satchel here. Tiger is pushing.
Oh no, the Tiger, you just gotta be patient here.
His own satchel's gonna blow up in his face.
Oh, did he get out of the tank?
He did, but
Oh, yeah. Hopefully that call went in. It looks like it did. Just telling the Tiger to be patient there.
Tuna Robber picks up
Yeah.
one. Burns the OP,
Great play.
dies the OP,
And
dies the
burns the
mine.
OP.
And with that, the 76 is effectively dead.
Yep. And that's how easy it is off a reflank OP, getting in behind Sin there.
Ooh, P4 gets a little too aggressive and gets taken out by the medium here. Som, Tweedy, and GS.
Yeah, some value there in getting the medium, but again, not the end of the world
Oh.
for PF.
Syndicate behind them?
Oh. Off of possibly an OP?
And they got
Reflank
all their
OP?
shooters in this OP too. You got Chalks,
Yeah.
Eggs, Snowman, Davy Jones. It's gonna be a recipe
Good
for
point,
disaster
Davey.
right now for PF. They don't dissolve this quick.
Now, the only thing I'd love to see here is I'd love to see one person run the AT class with mines and mine this road. Mine these entryway roads here really quick. I know it's not the highest priority, but again, if you can catch one of these 76s coming down these red roads, they're so tight. 2 AP mines just absolutely nuke these 76 or these Tiger tanks, so. But again, this looks like it's going to get cleaned up pretty quickly here by the North squads.
Yeah, I'm guessing this OP's been found by Chippy here. Chalks immediately runs right out of the building, and I'm guessing, yep, the OP is in the backyard of this building.
Interesting call to, you know, not put up a whammo Gary there, but to put up an OP. We'll see how that works.
Eggs instantly drop, flare out. OP's gonna be marked.
Now it looks like, though, that Sin controls even more the north. It looks like it might be more than one OP because there's inf off to the left as well. Let's see if they find
Spawn
it.
wave comes off. M5
Nice.
gets killed. He trades out and gets Davy Jones. He goes down. It's just Hippie now. Hippie kills Chalks and Mark Tanks.
Oh. Good play there by Chippy being patient there. Really good play.
It's now just Relentless Omen here. In a 1v1 situation with Chippy. Chippy's gonna loop around and try and burn the OP from the back. Davy Jones looking to meet him. Not looking his way. Davy
Oh.
Jones gets dropped. Eggs is going down too. Relentless Omen goes down too. And the OP's burned.
What a play there. Wow. Really unfortunate timing for the
Oh
two.
my god. And the Snowman goes down.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the first two jumping over the half wall there, but really good play by Chippy there. Just
Yeah.
dragging both of
PF
them.
Chippy pulling out a highlight right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to delete the clip after that. No,
With-
but
yeah.
again, wow, look at the backyards for Sin here though. A lot of ground gained in these backyards.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're just kind of uncontested here, though. Like, I mean, oh, Ben kills 2. Gets traded out by cross map clap. He could potentially make a play on this Tiger right here.
Yeah. This Tiger's in a little bit of an uncomfortable spot here being down this road.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Cross map clap. Come on now.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about the bandage. You're gonna let the imp get behind you.
He's going for it. He's full sending.
There we go.
Ben might be able to pick him
Oh,
up though. Ben could be the hero here. And Ben is the hero.
Ben is the hero, yep. Good play by Ben there.
Absolutely saving his Tiger there.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Rectum Rip here, in enemy territory, gets dropped, does not get the OP, but he should be aware where Did I Ask OP is.
Again, though, PF's got to
Ooh.
find a way to get control. Good satchel there. So, if you're PF right now, right, we kind of talked about what Sin needs to do to kind of get back into this game. It's been a bit of a struggle, but if you're PF right now, you know, what's the call? You know, you're up 3-2. You've got pretty decent map spread at this point. You're starting to gain a lot of that front door ground back. What's the call here, and what's your thoughts on their play right now?
I mean, like, if I'm in PF situation, right, like, I'm not really trying to make plays on for fourth, right? I want to get a red zone up somewhere in here of runes, and I want to get pressure on their front line and pull their front line spawns and make them come back and ease up on pressure, right? Because, as you can see right now, Syndicate pretty much owns the backyards, and they have pressure in church right now as well, and you know, a good reflank on the front line would prevent them from having this much pressure. And as you can see, the Syndicate bomber is coming in, and it's going to take out the PF garrison. So PF is going to once again not have a garrison on hard cap.
Yeah, we talked about this. Their Gary network is, you know, less than adequate for resetting. You know, I'd love to see even a Gary down by train station at this point, just to help kind of get these SLs back in the game a bit quicker. You know, these Garys are just so far back that one dive here just absolutely ruins it. But we'll see. But again, good map gain in the south as well as the north. It's kind of this meat grind / backyards that's kind of been struggling the entire game.
Ooh, bomber coming in for PF right now.
Be interesting to see where this goes. Coming out front door here. As Smithers would say, do we get the average of 3 kills? No. I think we got 1 in a friendly kill,
yeah.
So we'll give it 2? We'll give it 2?
Broke even here.
Yep. Tuna Robber on fire right now. Getting a 76 kill.
Whoa, shot goes into the Tiger. Tiger misses his shot. 76 should have time here. Nope, he won't, because the Tiger will back up here. I lied.
He's going to try and block the shot.
Very aggressive peek from the Tiger there. It's a little scary, I'll be honest. Tuna Robber here in a 1v3 situation. Burns the OP. Boom, Waterjack dead. Sperry dead. Lucid. 3 dumped.
Oh. Great play there by Tuna Robber. Yeah. A lot of really good.
Oh my god. Super goes down. He might make a play here. Another 76 if he's patient.
He hears it.
Uh-oh. This should be a recipe for disaster here.
Yeah. And I mean, Sin's already down 1 heavy, so this will be really unfortunate if they go 2 down here.
We'll see how patient Tuna Robber really is here. Let's
now, I guess the play for Sin here is a double tap. Is that what they're trying to do with their 76s?
I'm not too sure what's happening here, but shot did go into the 2-man 76. They are backing up.
But are they backing up into the Tiger's view?
I'm not inherently sure. Let's go check it out briefly. No, Tiger's actually back here repping maybe.
Okay.
If Tiger were to peek right now though, he would have a shot on the 76.
Yeah, this 76 has got to get out of here. It's a 2-man crew and they're pretty much out in the open.
Oh, Tuna Robber drops his satchel right there, getting insta kill. I mean, he knew. They were just waiting for him to peek.
Yeah. Hopefully that's good comms there by that 2-man crew that they heard the STG when he originally shot.
It looks like he said, like, what is that, a 2-minute satchel maybe, or 1-minute satchel?
Again, unfortunate. There's a possibility.
Ooh, shot comes in from the Merc tank crew, killing that 76. Now they're going to retreat.
Yeah, unfortunate. Ooh.
What the fuck? Wait, was that the... Oh, it was. Beautiful shot came from Sam on the gun right now.
Interesting. Did they get an ash shot from an AT player?
No, that was a tank shot. That thing just blew up in the front. That was like a...
That was a 1-tap. Unless the 2-man 76 before it died put a shot into it?
Oh, the 76 is driving right into that satchel right here. If they, for some reason, stop here...
Oh my god. No way.
Ooh, if they keep going, they'll be okay. But if they stop here, they are going to take some damage. Looks like they will keep going, so they'll be okay.
But really heads up play by Tuna Robber there regardless, putting the 2-minute satchel down. You never know.
Yeah,
Now
absolutely.
this is the death zone right here. If this
Oh.
76 peaks, this is gonna be...
And he's
Oh,
peeking,
no.
alright. Oh, they missed!
Oh no.
Rick goes in,
Tigers.
though. They both miss again. No, shot goes in. I'm not really sure what this tank is. Oh, they can't see him.
Can't see. Oh, no.
Oh.
That's really unfortunate there, but... Oh.
So, wait. Oh, rep station goes down in the courtyard.
Okay. Yeah, I
Wait.
mean, still though. Oh.
Wait. No way! That satchel. No
No.
way! That satchel went off and killed the fucking 76.
Wow.
No fucking way, dude. What a odd double tap. That is crazy.
Wow. That is, that's crazy there.
Tuna Roberts'
Wow.
2-minute satchel from the dead claims yet another 76, adding 2 to his tally so far in this match.
Really heads up play there. Yeah. That's unfortunate. And again, though, as you can see, Able Squad for PF is reflanking, just absolutely nuking these 76s that are trying to play in me grind here. And you know, you've got to clear this out. I mean, this just can't happen to your armor group here, especially when you're just not effectively trading armor with PF here, because PF has 3 Tigers up at this point.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
unfortunate.
Pyro kills Rectum off of the Garrison. Tuna Robber, though, coming back up. He will get this Garrison unless M. Tucker can beat him to it. Looks like he's going to satchel the Garrison. Very interesting play here. I'd say it's a little bit of a selfish play. You should just dismantle the Garrison here. Putting a satchel down to wait for spawns is kind of... I don't know. I'm against
yeah, I mean,
it,
you
but...
would run that risk. I mean, God forbid it's a 10-second spawn. You know, you've got plenty of time to get that off. Luckily, you know, he's not gonna get that spawn, and this will go off. But again, high-level comp, you can't risk that play there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sometimes though the satchels are buggy and they may not kill the Garrison too, which is another reason why it's risky doing that.
Especially when you had a teammate there, you know, if you're a solo and you don't know where your next enemy's coming from, I kind of understand, but in that sort of play where you know you've got your friendly backing you up, you got to just kill that there. But at the end of the day, Tuna Roberts having a fantastic individual game, so, you know, can't really take too much out of that for him.
Amen. Quick little map check. Able still up. PF doing very nice now. They've got a lot of south control leveraging it into Syndicate's front door. North control is, you know, a little dicey. Looks like they just lost an OP in the little compound here, and then factory is hot in itself, so
Would have
take a
loved
look
to
up
see a
here.
bit more help for factory, maybe even a Gary for PF at factory as a reflank for church, but again, we'll see. Good satchel there, though. Seen a lot of good satchel plays this game, which is really good to see. Would love to see a Gary up here as well for PF.
They
Maybe
do actually
bit
have a
of an
Garrison up.
Nice. Good play.
We got Never an Armadillo here. Snowman goes down. Cross map clap. Does not get the trade. They trade shots. Armadillo gets robbed there from the Kar98.
That's unlucky.
Never gets Bimpin. Will he get cross map clap? Oh, what a nice shot
Oh.
from Never.
Nice shot there. Really good trades. We'll see if Never gets the OP. You know,
Oh, it's a
there's plenty
Garrison.
more. Nice. Even better. Now, hopefully there's an OP on the other side of that hedge that they're going to spawn on.
Does not look like it. Ooh, Rocket comes in across the map from looks like H2O instructor. Very nice Rocket. Unfortunately, does not find a home.
This is scary, though, for PF. You've now effectively lost the entirety of North in D3 area now, so this crossfire is going to get pretty rough for anyone trying to push them out.
Yeah, I mean, Syndicate now, without that garrison, has effectively, like you said, lost control of D3, which opens up the avenue for PF to kind of crossfire into the north side of Pumping. Well, so while this plays out, we'll actually take a step back to church and kind of see what's happening here.
This is interesting here that these guys are able to run free. You would have hoped to see maybe an MG kind of lane holding this open area from that 4-story chimney building here. So that effectively you control factory, but we'll see what M5 can do here. You hear him.
M5 lines up the shot, kills Davy Jones.
Nice. Yeah, again, this is just, you don't want these rats getting in behind you, especially not when they're running AT and Satchel classes. But again, it looks like they're sending Hippie up here. They're sending more guys to kind of lane control this northern area and put some pressure on that fourth point, which will be really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Tiger's starting to roll up north right now and put some pressure to allow the infantry to push up. So we'd love to see it.
Now, what's the armor situation looking like for...
Well, I can tell you for PF, they're sitting on 700, oh my god, 1,000 munitions, 1,200 manpower, 700 fuel, and looks like they have 1, 2, 3 heavies up right now, so they can get that 4th heavy up if they like.
Yeah, would love to see someone take... Oh, is that a heavy top spawn?
Nope, it's the Stewart.
Oh, it's a Stewart. Yeah, would love to see someone take these free tanks and kind of use them. Even if it's the lane hold north or lane hold south with the medium. I'd like to see more of that flex tank play, especially from some of these teams that are playing in 49s. Being able to have a solo armor player as a flex player and kind of control an entire lane and kind of force out the enemy team's armor to kind of play a bit differently to kind of support their imp. Love to see that out of PF here, kind of control an area with a medium or a light tank, or use it to burn spawns. But again, PF's doing a fantastic job here controlling the map, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely here. As far as Syndicate's armor, looks like they have a 3-man Stewart, 3-man 76, and then I'm not really seeing any other tanks right now on the map. So it looks like Syndicate is down to 2 tank crews right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely not ideal, but a lot of game time left, still 50 minutes, so you've got a lot of time to kind of find ways to find trades here. I mean, PF's armor is playing very passive, which is the right play. But again, Sin, your hope is right now is that you can kind of build back to three tanks, kind of play a bit more passive here. So I like this play by the Sin armor, just kind of holding the red road, not getting too aggressive, making sure you're kind of keeping PF at bay at the 3-2. But if you're Sin right now, what's the call right now, Widow? What are you telling your TLs right now? What's the in-game plan?
Well, unfortunately now Syndicate is kind of boxed out from Factory and Canal, so with that avenue, right, it's extremely difficult to get back in. So at this stage in the game, right, they want to make sure they don't lose this strip of front door, right, where this little courtyard is. Ideally, they'd be putting more bodies now south of the train station to try to leverage this part of the map, just because now the north for them is a little unplayable. Just because they don't have Canal, they don't have Factory, they're pushed all the way back to almost the red balloon line in E5. So if I was, IGL or part of this game in leadership, I would probably be making a direction swap to front door and south at this stage in the match.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really, yeah, I mean, that's their best avenue right now. So we'll see. We'll see what Sin can do in terms of control. This is interesting to see. Al Capone not on artillery. Pretty good artillery player for Sin. So I guess Sin's trying out some new players here, which is good. The whole point is scrims. Now, there is, I don't want to cut Al Capone short, but there is pressure on their 4th point right now for Sin with a bombing run coming in by PF.
Yeah, but this is a very interesting and aggressive bombing run choice. They will get the allied garrison with it though, so I guess we'll pay
Yeah,
off. Brandon Reno running straight into the bombing room though. He is about to become fucking minced meat in like a couple seconds.
yeah. You gotta open your
Oh
map there.
shit.
Oh god.
God
Holy,
damn. Instead of
what the hell did you
somersault.
that?
Oh.
Oh no. Run!
Oh
Run!
no.
No, no, run, run! Where are you going?
Oh, what a bombing
Oh,
run. What is that,
you
5
wiped.
kills in a garrison?
Yeah, and I mean, so you have no North Gary and you have no hard cap Gary here. You're only gonna have one SL that can get an OP up. This is I don't want to say this is dire. Oh
Oh
no,
my
and the
god.
commander goes down.
PP's water park's got executed right there.
Holy shit. Yeah. Uh, are we all right? There we go.
Pimpus here. Finally
Good-
stands
good
up. Kills
frag,
Brandon
though.
Reno. M. Tucker
Yeah,
on the reflank.
I mean, I would have loved to seen again a Gary go up here for PF. I mean, as much as I love the OP play here, I mean, this is now wiped. Yeah, I think if you're a bit more patient there and you get a Gary spawn, you can get some reflank SLs, and you get a bit better of a play here because now this entire push is wiped out because that OP gets burned. I mean, they
Turkleton
still have the
here,
one
yeah.
OP.
He's not doing a very
But
good job of
again-
anchoring his OP, I'll say that much. His new OP is now given away, so he's now, again, on the running clock of having to run and just hide for a new OP, otherwise he dies and it gets burned. Ooh, Water Jug absolutely annihilates him in the little riverbed.
That's where you got to tell your infantry to get off your OP, stop spawning on it. Like, you guys already fucked me over once. Like, you guys got to let me reset here. You know, because at this point you're just getting farmed.
Looks like the medium's coming up right now.
Medium. So there's our third tank. At least they're now back at three tanks.
Oh, no, they're not. The 76 died in the corner here.
Oh no.
Data transfer goes down to
Nightmare.
the tank stim, Mr. Merc and looks like the
Oh.
steward just went down as well. So now Syndicate is down to 1 tank currently, I believe, which is the medium.
Yeah.
Let me just go feel a quick flyover and see if I see any 76s coming out of middle HQ. Does not look like it. So yeah, it looks like Syndicate's gonna be in dire straits here with their armor situation.
Node? Wait a minute. Was that a node up north in their spawn? Not built? What is that,
Rep
not built?
station.
With the
Or-
rep?
I was just a bug, okay.
That was weird. Yeah, it was a bug. I was like, no way we've gotten this long without building nodes.
Somehow Turkleton's OP, despite being encircled, has not gone down yet, which is very odd.
Yeah, it's an interesting call. I mean, you just gotta ask the medium just to shoot this here, right? I mean, yeah, you gotta have better comms here. Just
Rocket comes in.
good
HQ
rocket.
instructor.
I don't think he burns it, but yeah, I mean, one medium shot there and it's game over.
Rocket goes in
Good
the ass of
shot.
75. Beautiful shot.
Wow. Let's see, can we go 2 for 2 here? Free toe picks if you hit this.
Oh,
Oh.
tank turned at the last second. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, good shot though. Oh,
Quick little
And a
map
little
check here. Looks like these Tigers are buying a ton of space for PF here.
yeah. I mean, this is now getting in a dire situation where PF just, the armor advantage is getting a little out of control, and this is definitely a tough spot for Sin, but not impossible. Again, 43 minutes still on the clock here, but once these Tigers and this Imp starts to gain a bit more ground in this backyards, it's going to start to feel a bit more of the squeeze for Sin. You gotta hope your Imp can make a play here and get a satchel on one of these Tigers. Hopefully Davy Jones can make a play on one of these two Tigers.
He's going the
Went in the
opposite
wrong
way of the
way, though.
Tigers. Yeah, about to say. Chalks here versus Don Live. Kills Don Live. He should have an ass shot here
Nice.
on this Tiger pretty soon. He's gonna get his opportunity right here. Shot goes
Nice.
in.
Can you get an engine here? One more.
Oh, save your
Where's the
shot.
track shot?
Oh, he tried. He tried. I'll give him the effort there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Again,
Shocks
though,
goes
yeah.
down.
But again, to your point, you know, you got to just get out of there, try and get more rockets, keep the pressure up on these Tigers, make them misplay. That's really what you're hoping for right now is a misplay by PF's Armor, your Sin. But again, PF's Armor's been playing very well.
Yeah, MSAP slug here and very difficult predicament here,
Yeah.
but it looks like there's no Syndicate armor here to kind of capitalize on this. I'm not even sure where the medium went. It looks like the medium actually went far north, which it's quite interesting, to say the least.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know what sight line.
P-strike coming in. Oh, looks like a bad mark on that
Ugh.
Tiger.
Yeah, a little late there on the mark / P-strike there.
Very
That's
unfortunate.
Too.
I'm just gonna sit here for
Definitely-
a second and watch this.
Yeah, definitely want to catch the Tiger a bit more in like an isolated spot there, because I mean in that sort of spot it's pretty open. That's unfortunate.
Ooh,
But
Tiger
the Tiger
goes down. Looks like to the
Wow.
76 here, actually. Well played by the
Nice.
Tiger. The 76 crewed by John Wick's grandpa, Bush to 911, and Private Sure Shot.
Nice play. That's what. Okay, so really good play there by Sin. Need that. What's their fuel look like? I know their fuel's pretty egregious right now, but so we've got 760. We've got, what is that? Two heavies up, 3 heavies up right now.
Let's see.
Interesting.
We got 1 heavy, 2 heavies. You got a third one
There's
coming
your
back
third.
up. 700 fuel here, so PF is, they're balling right now, pretty much.
Yeah, I'd like to see, maybe some recon planes for PF, maybe an airhead,
Oh my
just to
God.
kind of disrupt. Yeah, I mean, when you know that you only have this one Gary, and you know you've kind of got PF box, I'd love to see like an airhead in like a map edge corner, kind of take some pressure, pull some bodies off the front door, and kind of put them in a different sector here for PF. Kind of try something out, maybe behind them.
Ooh, something blows up here.
Maybe a recon light
Yeah,
tank.
yep, recon tank goes down.
Allies recon tank. Good play though.
I'm not sure to what. Something killed it though.
Yeah.
Corf here drops to average gamer and grunt.
Good
Unfortunately
play though.
dies.
Burns 2/3. Nice.
Kebab here trying to anchor this little alley. Looks like everyone just died south of the alley.
Yeah, I mean, I love to see this though by PF playing map edge to map edge. Really, really high level here to see that they're, really adapting to the 49 play, focused on controlling the entire map here. Really good to see by them, and, they've clearly got their things figured out on their flanks, so love to see that by them.
Ooh, explosion goes over here. Maybe a rep station? No, the Allies medium blows up here. I'm not sure to
unfortunate.
what though. Oh, shot goes into the 76. Ooh, Tiger right here.
Oh, no.
Oh, water jug gets run over, unfortunately.
The pocket NG.
Looks like this Tiger though is gonna have this 76 trapped here.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see what this 76 does.
Yeah, man, and you're in a really bad spot here.
Oh shit, it's about to get even worse.
Yep, this is going to be really bad for PF here if this Tiger gets his first shot.
Oh.
Yep.
And just like that, I think the 76
Yeah.
is dead here.
Oh, and they missed their first shot, and this is,
Unlucky. Just kind of very good teamwork there, right? The
Yeah.
Merc crew peeking the road while the PF crew keeps him anchored in from just northwest of factory. Well played.
yeah, really well played by PF Armor there. Really on par. I was a little worried about seeing all the different crews for PF, but absolutely just killing it right now.
Yeah, let's do a quick map check while we're at it.
Yeah.
Is it the node one? Okay.
Yeah, it's the node one.
Yeah, I
And-
think
well,
I'm
and
gonna
the
crop
top
there.
10.
Oh, is it really not popping up right? Or
Yeah, the top 10 didn't show either.
huh? It's showing on my OBS. All right.
Oh no, it is.
Hello.
Sorry, it is.
Okay.
The
Okay.
node one didn't, but the top 10 did. Okay, perfect. I don't know if it just showed up or it's been showed up. I'll have to take a look at it. But the node one was the only one that was missing. Okay, good.
Okay. You know, if that's the worst case, then. Oh my
Yeah.
God. PF Chippy, right? Drops 2. Will he pick up Sperry? Nope. He gets traded out by. Looks like
Nice.
Did I Ask? Man, PF is just mounting right now. They got, what, 6, 7 OPs here, putting immense pressure on your D5 column right here. Bomber Gun coming out is going to take out this Garrison, which is going to remove Sin's ability to reset in this key area, south of pumping.
Yeah, I mean, this is clinical right now by PF. I mean, just moving so well, holding all lanes on the map here for against Sin. You know, if I'm Sin, you got to find a way to get this pressure off this front door. And that, it might be a little too late at this point with your front door, Gary, going down. But, you know, maybe putting an airhead in a map edge corner, getting maybe 2 or 3 SLs in a corner spot, reflanking, you know, behind PF, forcing some of those guys back. Because right now, PF is walking you in gunfights. So, you've got to find a way to get this front door pressure off. And right now, the way they're, you know, just trying to overload front door, it's just not working. Just got to try something different here if you're Sin. But in good news, they are finding ways to get into the middle parts of town center. So PF doesn't have complete map control where they fully boxed them out. It is very tough on Carrington to do that, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything behind them. Yeah, it's really tough.
Yeah, no pressure behind them. I still am not a big fan of this Garrett network by PF right now. The only Garrison they have remotely close to town center is the hard cap one. So if the hard cap Garrison does go down, they're going to be in a very bad, situation. Excuse me, situation here.
Yeah, I'd love to see a south one down by the gardens. Yeah, I just like where Tear is, or even Roger, just as a reflank. But you know, just the way that this is going right now for them is, you know, they're making it work. But you'd love to see the map control expand a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, Sin just got to get off this front door area. Just so many SLs here.
Yeah, Garrison goes back up in the same exact spot that it was just bombing in. Unfortunately, sometimes with Garrett networks, right, you have to get them back in the same spot because of how tight a Garrett network is. So, unfortunately, you'll see stuff like this often. The Garrisons get rebuilt in the same exact spot and are prone to being, sniped by rockets, HE, or being farmed by Artie in this case.
Yeah, getting Artie locked here is definitely difficult, especially when, PF's walking you in the front door like this, burning your OPs. That's really unfortunate that Artie doesn't get Chippy
Oh my
there.
god. Chippy gets 3, gets dead-ass OP.
Oh. And luckily Did I Ask gets him there, but again, seen a lot of really good individual plays here by Tuna Robber and Chippy. And Ben as well, so really good to see. So we're approaching that 30-minute mark. Not to say that we're getting into impossible scenario here, but let's talk about Sin again. What we're getting to the 30-minute mark. We're starting to get a little worried about our resources. What are we trying to do here for Sin?
Sin, based off the recon, they actually have a nice line here, right? They're not completely boxed out. But unfortunately, the biggest thing that's going to hamper them is the fact that they have not 1, not 2, but 3 SLs in their back line, constantly chipping away at their front line. So they have to basically fight on 2 avenues here, basically behind in the back and in the front. And so that can be very exhausting with manpower. So unfortunately, that's going to limit their opportunity here. So until they clear out their back line, they're not going to really be able to advance much in the front.
Yeah. And this is where, as much as, your Artie player is going to scream at you about not having front door flares, you've got to get off the front door with your flares and utilize the flares for defense here, and just, it's got to be all hands on deck clearing out your back lines here, because it's been a problem since, minute 20 of this game, they've had a squad behind you and a 6-man spawn coming off of it. So really good point there that you got to clear out the back line first, then focus on front door. And you see some not fourth cap pressure, but again, you see Sin. It's so difficult for them to get out of there.
Salon quality hair here. He doesn't make a play. Is he gonna get this OP? Okay, yep, he burns 2 OPs here. Massive play. Going for the shot on the Tiger as well. 1 shot in. Unfortunately dies to Artie, but massive play there.
Yeah. And again, stacking OPs like that. Really unfortunate. Here comes...
What?
Server dying?
I don't know what the hell just happened there, but I saw a bomb come down. I didn't see a single explosion. Huh.
Wow. Okay. Really unfortunate for PF there. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right.
So that happened.
Well,
That's a thing.
great game there, Team 17. That's really unfortunate for PF. But in other news, really good ground gain off that double OP wipe by Sin here. Starting to utilize smokes and starting to really W key PF back.
Yeah, absolutely. We get to enjoy the Mountain Dew flares here, right? I'm sure it's everyone's new favorite pastime, seeing the red and yellow on their screen. Red and green.
I mean, again, it's just unbearable. Ugh.
Oh, bombing run coming in.
Bombing run for Sin here. Let's see what this hits.
Oh, right over the heavy tank. One of the crew members actually dies now. And
nice.
This Tiger's gonna be close to death here.
Actually got a lot of effect for that. Got almost 4 or 5 kills off of that, plus a crewman. Tiger's kind of just stuck here right now. We'll see if we can get some AT spawns on this, but yeah, starting to gain a line front door again for Sin here. Not sure where the spawn waves are for Sin, but
looks like Syndicate got reset all the way back to cemetery now. Like, well, most of their pressure here in these buildings just got evaporated. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know where all the OPs went, but really unfortunate. But
Dr. Dude, bro, trades out Kebab here.
But Kebab getting 3 before he dies there just can't happen.
Dr. Dude, bro, it's gonna peek here. He's not gonna be aware Libby's holding this angle. Gets absolutely rinsed by both Libby and Dom live. OP gets burned by Rectum Ripper here. Doc Holiday also goes down to Rectum Ripper. Rectum Ripper is just absolutely demolishing anything in his path currently.
Yeah, I mean, and just looking at the scores here, I mean, you know, you've got M5, Rectum, Ben, Q, Libby, all really good PF shooters, just absolutely rinsing this front door push. And you see all of them. You see Ben, M5, Rectum Ripper all playing north here, just kind of fragging out. So Sin's got to find a way to kind of get some angle holders and just stop this PF bomb rush is what it feels like right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we broke the 30-minute mark for PF here. So your PF here, what's the call for PF? And, you know, what are we working on as we rapidly approach, you know, the 20 and we just passed the 30-minute mark?
Ooh. Shifter Run just barely misses Relentless Omen.
Yeah.
I just want to point out real quick that PF has so much fuel that they've actually spawned a half track and have parked it in the hard cap at Town Center. They still have 700 fuel to spare with an extra heavy sitting in their HQ. And they have 2,000 manpower, which is just insane. Like, having that much manpower. Yeah.
Yeah, this is getting dire here. Again, I'd love to see PF just throw an airhead, maybe throw 2 SLs that are on the flanks out there just for a life. just to see if they can put some fourth pressure, get some of these PF guys that are stuck here on the front door out of the way, but good shot there. Wow. Who's that, Arbin?
Argon, yeah, Argon.
Argon
This
was
is
hard
on
to-
live. Ooh. It's picked up by Al Capone, though, with the grease gun.
Yeah.
Davy Jones here with AT Satchel gets picked off, but kills one of the
Oh.
crewmen trying to get back to this heavy.
Poor crewman just can't get back in that heavy.
No, he cannot. Oh, looks like Relentless here was picked up in the back line on a flare.
Oh boy.
There's still more.
Hunting him down now.
Yeah, he is being hunted
Pretty
down.
well.
But I don't think they realize that he actually went eastwards. As long as Relentless does not kill Yi here,
Please.
there's no need for you to kill Yi. Oh no.
No.
Ah, all he had to do was not shoot. Now he's just giving his position away, and Potato's gonna hunt him down to the end of time here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. You got to have discipline. You know, being the Whammo player, yeah, it's not the most glorious job, but, you know, Helios versus Omen just happened today on Smithers Cast, and, you know, one of the reasons Helios ended up winning the game on SMDM was Will B puts down a Whammo Gary in the backlines of Omen in the last 5 minutes, offered some disciplined play, and, you know, that's how quick the game can, you know, change in the last even 5 minutes left in the game. If you're that disciplined, it can really work. So we'll see. I mean, Potato looks like he's kind of gotten away and didn't get the backup he needed. So Relentless Omen's kind of gotten a free win off of this, but Potato will forever be looking for him now, knowing that he went some way in the back line.
Yeah, 100%. We'll let Relentless kind of cook back there. We'll kind of jump back to the action and see what's going on here. Looks like Syndicate now is going to be getting back into front door because of the massive gap PF is leaving in their front door, which, you know, JOP gets burned here, and suddenly PF has no front door presence, and Syndicate's free to walk into hard cap.
Yeah, if he burns his second OP here, it's gonna spell some trouble here. They can burn this second PFOP. Oh,
Interesting scope POV. Gets Kebab. Jig
Shot
OP
there.
gets the spawn wave off. Let's see if Fohammer can weasel his way in to burn that OP. He knows Libby is in his building now. Oh, missed his first shot. That will spell the death of Fohammer more than likely. Unlucky.
yeah, that's unfortunate there.
Oh,
But I will say though, as good as Sins tried to get back into the front door, there is a Tiger and Imp on PF's on Sin's fourth front door.
oh, unfortunately Relentless here. His OP triggers that OP, and now because of that, they are going to be aware of his OP, and it will be burned here.
Hopefully we saw that. Hopefully we saw that flicker. Looks like we did. Somehow,
Actually,
and we're trickling into the front door. Honestly, I'd love to see an airhead here. A Sin airhead.
Fuck, a fourth
I
point
mean-
is being contested right now for Syndicate. PF is basically knocking on the front door. They have two Tigers and a
Yeah.
bunch of Inf. Syndicate needs to make a play now, otherwise their fourth may fall here. I don't necessarily see any 76s in an area to make plays to kind of like combat both these Tigers. But cap pressure's coming in for Syndicate here.
Here we go. Again, I'd love to see an airhead here by Sin. I mean, you own the backyards. Of course, you can't know just how much ground you own, but
Archikins pick up a key kill here on Pyro. The Garrison will stay up on hard cap.
it doesn't look like Relentless Omen was found. It looks like they kind of dragged him from backyards.
Hmm.
But again, that fourth cap pressure starting to come in here for Sin.
Oh shit, is Satchel on?
Oh no.
Dr. Dubro gets the Satchel on. Hot Glass gets out, kills him.
Dr. Goober, what the? Dude, we gotta turn that.
Hot Glass sees the Satchel. Shin McGavin, he can save the Satchel. Shin
You gotta be the
McGavin,
savior here. You gotta be the savior.
he's not gonna do it. Oh, the
No.
Satchel's off. Oh.
Yeah. Really unfortunate there.
One crewman
Yeah.
dead, though.
Yeah, you got to be calling that out there for Shooter to just kind of jump over that hedge if they're in the same squad. Satchel on.
Snarky Snacks here in a potential position to make a play on the Garrison on hard cap here.
Here we go. Let's see.
H-Show Instructor goes down.
The drag.
He just misses Lucid here.
Oh.
Picks up Lucid here.
Oh.
2 kills for Snarky Snacks so far.
Drag.
It's a shame this
Love to
shit's
see a
bugging right
satchel.
now.
Yeah, I'd love to see like a 1 minute, 2 minute satchel here.
2 more for Snarky Stacks.
Nice, nice, great play.
We
And
might
is
see
he gonna
this
burn the
4th
hard
point
cap?
go the way of PF.
Yeah.
Garrison's going down. Tigers are in the hard cap. I don't know that Syndicate has a response for this yet.
No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I mean, we've got a Stewart, no imp in sight.
Quick map check. Oh boy. I'm sorry. PF has 3 Tigers on pumping right now. Airhead coming in from Matty Daddy.
Daddy. Leading
And-
the charge here for the boys, but yeah, this is really unfortunate here by Sin.
Defensive airhead coming in, but it's way too late here, and it's landing, it looks like, right in the middle of a road.
Yeah, I mean, this might just get farmed for a life here if one of these 76s has a shot. No.
Brandarino is going to get the airhead here. Well
Play.
played by Brandarino. Stewart just misses out on him. And in this situation, Pathfinders have now capped 4th point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, really good team coordination there by the Armor and the Inf. I mean, 21-minute push there. Oh,
Oh, his own
Oh,
satch!
no.
Oh!
no. Oh.
You absolutely
That's-
hate to see it.
But going back to my last point, I mean, really good infantry and tank push there by PF. Really good coordination there to get all 3 of your armor groups.
Ooh. Stewart goes
gets
down to Rectum
fragged.
Ripper.
Yeah, this is good, really good by PF here, looking really strong. Now, luckily, it looks like Sin got a couple OPs back up as reflank OPs on the 4th point, so they've still got some presence in Cemetery behind them. Did the Tiger die?
Tiger goes down to the 76. No, the medium! The medium killed the Tiger there.
Wow.
Well played.
Well played. Nice.
Ooh, AT shot goes in from Gordon Bombay to the side of the 75.
We put one more in.
Oh,
Oh.
unlucky Rick there.
Yeah.
He redeploys for more rockets now. This 75 is going to
Very good.
continuously be harassed.
Yep.
76 pushes up, maybe looking for an angle on this Tiger, but doesn't quite find it here.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the play. You know, maybe you can save up for one more 76 by the 10-minute mark. But I think getting aggressive here for Sin would be a mistake. You've got to kind of play passive. You know,
Bimpin,
it
kill
looks like-
Sheepdog here.
Here we go.
But yeah, I do agree with your point, though. I mean, time is kind of ticking for Syndicate, right? Like,
Yeah, you just can't be throwing armor away at sub 20 minutes when you're down 4-1. You've kind of got to find a way to get at least 2 76s, maybe get a double tap or a trade. Because right now, PF's, you know, whether or not it's unfortunate or not, they're only playing 3 heavies. So you've got to kind of find a way to, you know, balance out the armor advantage to a 3-2 armor for Sin here. And unfortunately, you know, this aggressive play I think has just been getting punished all game where 76s are just dying solo, and I think we might just see that happen here.
first
Yeah.
shot, Tiger gets the first shot. This 76 is
Yeah.
going to be, oh, maybe not.
No.
No,
No.
turret shot. I think they're still dead. Yeah, they're still dead here.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Unlucky.
Yeah, and that just can't happen this late in the game. 18 minutes left. You really needed your armor to stay alive there. Hopefully the medium can find a trade here.
He's not going to have sightline because of the smoke, though. I mean, if he pushes even further, he will have sightline, but he needs to get a move on here.
Yeah.
PF only has one Tiger right now. Second Tiger pulling up currently. Third Tiger in top HQ. PF, once again, 1,400 munitions, 1,500 manpower, 1,000 fuel. I mean...
I mean, look, you never know, so good on them for playing, the safe route. But again, would have loved to see a bit more aggressiveness with airheads and all that. How's the Gary network look for PF? I know we kind of touched on that before, struggling a little
They
bit.
have no garrisons anywhere near pumping at the moment. Again, very concerning here. I don't really see a whole rush to get Garys up. I mean, you see here they have, what is this, 3, 6, 7, 8 garrisons for town center, but they have no garrisons up for pumping station here. So it kind of just begs the question of, like, where is the urgency to get these garrisons set up for the defensive pumping, right? Like, because...
Yeah, I mean, you know, the G3 Gary, if you really want to get conservative, the G3 Gary can probably, if you're really worried about holding the 3-2, at least just get rid of the G3 Gary to give you a chance.
Greyhound goes down once again. Looks like the tuna robber here is on a roll this game. Medium's out in the open.
Oh boy.
Already has one shot in. Maybe Grunt here, the shot of his life on this medium. Will we see the shot of his life on the... Oh, I know if he dies. Unlucky. Interesting to see an ammo drop coming directly in the hard cap. I assume it's for probably more flares.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it can't hurt, so...
This Tiger here is getting very aggressive. I'm guessing he's going to pull spawns, but he's got to expose himself into a very interesting situation here. He's driving right into AT.
I'm seeing riflemen everywhere. One AT player?
See one AT player.
Yep.
Tiger pulls one OP. AT, one shot in. Scotsman goes down. McGavin might be able to get a second shot on that Tiger. Second shot goes in. Oh, he engined!
Oh, the AT gun on your right. Turn!
Oh my god!
Turn, brother, turn!
He can't turn quick enough! Super Stupor, get on the AT gun! The medium goes down. The Tiger's engine in an open field.
Oh my god, please!
Super Stupor, get on the AT gun!
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, no, please! Help me, brother! Bro, shoot the imp!
Oh my goodness. No, he gets killed off it! Someone, for the love of God, get on this damn AT gun!
Alright.
Shin McGavin comes in, finishing off the Tiger there, but... Man.
Not after... Oh, scary play there, but at the end of the day, it works.
14 minutes left in the match here. PF has a beautiful line, once again, pushing for Blacktop. They pretty much have control from middle HQ all the way to north map edge. Again, though, like, Gary Network is still lacking. They have nothing in C5, nothing in D3. Like, they just really need more, be more aggressive and be more urgent with these garrisons, because, I don't know.
Yeah, again, I think this is where playing in a 36s is kind of filtering through their heads right now. They're playing very, very passive with their Gary network, as if it was a 36s and you wouldn't have control of your backline, but you have to be able to trust your defensive SLs in the backline with OPs, and to kind of root out rats here, you gotta set up a better Gary network, because again, better teams are gonna punish and overload certain sectors, and if you don't have the right garrison network to kind of back up your SLs, you're going to get into a predicament where you get locked onto your hard cap. And, luckily, Sin just hasn't been able to find their foothold. Like you said, they're kind of pushed all the way back to mid-HQ at this point. But, again, need a better garrison network for PF here.
Snarky and Gordon Bombay working off this OP, trying to get into the middle HQ and get the wrap going into Black Tot.
Yep. Yeah, I'd love to see this. I mean, just really good playing map to map here.
Ooh, nice shot from Gordon Bombay right there.
Wow. Really good shot.
Ooh, Snarky picks up the kill. Tommy kills Gordon here. Snarky, once again, picking up another kill. 2 kills in a row for Snarky. Can pick up the 3rd here.
Good shot.
Unfortunately, gets traded out by GMT Haas.
There you go. Good shots there by GMT Haas. Good way to play passive there. And
I will say, it's a very rough spot to be in for Syndicate here. Being off Black Tot and trying to push back into pumping is like a big pain in the ass here. It looks like Rocket actually goes into the Stewart.
yeah. Yeah, to your point, I mean, you're now just kind of boxed into an open field push, and you kind of got to just go up the gut or get a whammo up here, so... It's, again, 12 minutes left. Walk me through, I know that this is getting pretty dire for Sin, but, if not impossible at this point. What's the call for Sin? How do we get back in?
Well, as you can see here, a little bit of a flank is starting to develop in the south of pumping just because of PF's garrison network, right? Like, they have this Terror OP, but they have no reflank garrison, so, if they lose this garrison in E5, the south is wide open, and Syndicate has a chance to then walk into pumping for free. So if I was in Syndicate's shoes here, I'd be trying to set up a south flank in, D5, D6, because if you can recap pumping from it, you have immediate front door pressure on a town center. Obviously, with limited time, this is going to be your best bet. And JTF2 gets an OP there on pumping.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this flank is really going to help them. And, again, if you're worried about backline pressure and getting cheese-dicked and losing 2 points in under, 5 minutes, I think the best thing you can do is park a 76 or park a Tiger on your hard cap, and worst comes to worst, you can just pop a solo tanker in that tank and offer triple the weight there. But just playing this conservative with your Gary network, again, I can't stress this enough. All the free tanks in the world right now that PF could be utilizing, and
Yeah.
even they could be spawning another Tiger here. Just again, some small micro things for PF that they'll get as they continue to grow into a really good team. But I'd love to see more of those smaller things start to be utilized by this team. But again,
Just
Sin's in a rough spot. But all right, so we heard what Sin needs to do to get back into the game. What does PF need to do to kind of close this out, close the front door on Sin here? Like, what does PF need to really focus on?
Well, I'll be honest, Black Tot is a very difficult point to cap as Axis, right? Like, you almost need to get complete armor superiority and just walk your tanks in front door. And I don't know if PF is capable of doing that currently, especially given there's only 9 minutes left in the match. So if I was in their shoes, I would just be focusing on clearing out Syndicate from the south of pumping here, right? Like, you see the Gary's locked E5, you have a lot of pressure here. So, my focus would be clearing out the pressure south and just basically reinforcing and holding the 4-1 unless something drastic happens where, all their armor gets wiped and we can make a play for Black Tot in the next 7 minutes. But other than that, you probably should just hunker down and hold for the 4-1 and be, accept that in PF's case.
Yeah, good point.
I will say, so far, this has been a pretty enjoyable match. I definitely have been shocked by PF. They've, done very well so far, adapting to the 49s format, given their little experience. And again, Syndicate's kind of fitting that scrappy mold, right? Despite going through a couple tough patches in this match, they've never really been fully out of this match. Like, they've been able to make plays to try and, get back into their points. I think a little hiccups along the way really brought them down, but nonetheless, this isn't unwinnable for them. Maybe at this point it could be considered unwinnable, but you never know, right?
Yeah, I think to your point, Sin's Sin's had really good moments. They've had some pretty struggle moments this game. I think this, kind of just came down to being at an armor disadvantage all game. I think, for Sin, I think we've taken some armor trades we didn't need to. Especially when, if you're the armor lead for Sin, you've got to be getting account for what PF's armor's at, right? Like, if you're at a 1-3 disadvantage in armor, you've got to be making note of that, and you've got to be playing more passive, That 76 versus Tiger trade that we watched 2 or 3 minutes ago, that just can't happen at the 19-minute mark when you're down 1-3 to heavies. You can't be taking trades like that. So I think some of those misplays from armor have hurt Sin. And then I just think overall, not clearing out your back lines and the misallocation of flares have really hurt Sin. Like, you've got to be clearing out your back lines. I know it sucks sometimes, you're trying to find rats, but, if you're the defensive TL, you've got to be screaming at those flare guys to get back. Because this is what happens now, is you get put in this 4-1, and PF kind of has a box out, and like you said, it's, there's no backline pressure, and PF's up almost 3-4 tanks now, so it's definitely a tough game, but I think Sin has never truly been out of it, which is really good to see, that no matter how down bad it's looked, whether it's pumping stations or Black Tot as their 4th and 5th point, they've never truly been out of it and been like, oh, well, Sin can call it here. They've kind of been able to fight continuously throughout the game, so good on them.
Yeah, 100%. With 4 minutes left to go into the end of the match, I think we'll kind of, or sorry, I guess 2 minutes at this point because they are up 4-1. Let's kind of hone in on like the player POVs here. Get some wheat field crawling gameplay in. Libby versus Sifu here.
Now,
Libby kills
I want to
Sifu.
give a little backstory on Libby here, right? I mean, talk about Libby for a second. The controller warrior, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, interestingly enough, I believe Libby, Don Live have come over from console, held loose, and are now making their comp debut with Pathfinders here. And I heard a little bit of information that Libby actually plays with controller currently on PC, or at least initially did. So very interesting again, Libby playing with the controller against M keyboard like players. So
yeah. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, pull up their stats real quick. I'm pretty sure they are doing quite well. And playing SL, again, really good job on them for, coming over. All those guys, 70 and 52 right now. Top 10 right now in terms of killer cell. Really good play by Libby overall. Yeah.
Alright, just about 30 seconds to go. It does not look like Syndicate is going to have the time to necessarily pull off the recap on pumping and town center. However, they still could cap pumping. But it looks like the airhead coming out on Blacktop finally. I mean, just looking, PF has 1,800 munitions, 1,900 manpower, and 1,400 fuel, which, again, in a Fortnite comp match is just almost unheard of.
Yeah, this is They've definitely been able to kind of hold on to resources quite well. Some really good individual plays by PF here.
Airhead's coming down. Is someone reacting to that?
There's no way we're gonna let this just kind of come down, right?
Guys, hello? Okay, looks like Pyro sees it.
I don't.
Pyro? Yeah, he's got to see it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, rocket sails over.
Alright, we're shooting rockets at it.
From Sperry.
Yeah, okay. Alright, we at least see it.
Okay, yeah, Pyro sees the airhead. I was about to say, I was a little confused here. I'm like, guys? 1 minute underway. Will PF be able to get enough pressure to cap Black Tot? Stewart goes down by the Tiger. Should be.
There was-
Burns and OP. Looks like Syndicate's
then-
got their own airhead land here on pumping hard cap. Oh,
Just
full
full send. Just full send. Full send here if you're PF. Send the Tiger, send the house. You got 40 seconds.
It's up to Sifu and Eggs to anchor this airhead. Archigans goes down for PF. Gordon Bombay gets a key kill on Eggs, and this airhead will go down, more than likely. Oh!
Does he know to nade? I don't think he threw the nade. Oh, you could just nade the airhead.
JTF! Oh my god. Cap pressure coming in on pumping. PF
Full send
might
it.
lose this, actually. Syndicate better spawn bomb this airhead.
Everybody, go, go, go.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Never drops 2.
Oh, never dropping 2 right off the rip.
Twad versus
Twad
Never.
getting
Twad
here.
gets
No.
destroyed. It's okay
There
though.
you go. Salin.
Come on, next spawn we better be bigger.
Hey, Salin.
Wait.
Hurry up, you can't let him get.
Oh my god. P-Strike coming in on the
no.
airhead.
Oh no.
Oh my god. It just missed. Rectum Ripper kills
Oh.
2. Everyone gets rinsed in the field.
No.
Cap pressure still coming in.
Oh my god, look at the green. Oh no. Oh.
Syndicate might be able to recap pumping here. Airhead is still up, I believe.
I think they'll get one more wave off of it, if I'm not mistaken. They'll get at least one more.
Dadbot
For some
here,
reason,
he
though,
might lock the airhead.
nobody
Oh
has-
my god! Dadbot kills 3, kills 4, kills 5, gets finally killed here.
Yo.
Oh
Sin.
my lord.
Oh my god. If only Sim would have done this like 20 plus minutes ago. What a crazy play here.
Oh my god. Since the thing all started with JTF getting the kill on Gordon Bombay, allowing that first spawn wave that's hit on that airhead. Another spawn wave comes in, already starting to dial in. 40 seconds left in the game, but they should be able to recap 4th point here.
Tigers all go. I guess the Tigers were diving 5th anyway, so it's kind of troll, but...
Airhead's still up. Illustrious locking out the airhead finally. Argon right on top of him. Oh my god, he shoveled him! Oh my god, he gets the airhead too!
Oh, promote this man. Promote this
Oh
man right
my
now.
god.
If Sin doesn't get the W because of that kid,
Oh,
promote him now.
PF is defending! Oh no.
Oh, Sin.
Valiant effort by Syndicate though. What an electric ending to this match.
That was a lot of fun, Sin. Good play there. Way to stay positive and have some fun at the end there. That was really cool by Sin.
Alright, everyone's gonna be leaving, so let's try to catch some C's pretty quick. Rectum Ripper was
Yeah.
1600, 1000, 1400, 1500 for Artie, 1600 for Tuna Robber, 1100, 1200. Alright, let's take a
Yeah.
peek at the Syndicate side real quick. Solar
Yeah,
quality
you're
hair,
doing that, I'm gonna
1100.
Kills.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, some really good CEs even on the Sin side. Yeah, so really good play. Credit to Domo on the PF side. 158 kills on Artie. Zigil dropping 119 on Artie. Rectum Ripper with 93. Q with 88. M5 with 85. Chalks, really good play by Chalks there. 83 kills for the Sin side. Ben with 77. Libby, our controller warrior, 77. Sifu 75s. And then Eggs dropping 72. So that's your top 10 right there. Really good play by both teams. Why don't you give us a little breakdown from, what did you see from the Sin side that didn't work? What did work for them?
Again, right, Syndicate had a nice line throughout most of the match. Unfortunately, as their tanks started to fall, they kind of started losing that line and that map control, right? Because PF arranged their tanks in a manner that allowed them to push their infantry up. Unfortunately, right, this game is very dependent on your combined arms with your infantry and your tanks. So if your combined arms is not up to speed where it should be, then unfortunately you get in situations like that where you end up, losing ground and whatnot. But Syndicate was able to, hold and maintain their composure most of the match. So,
Yeah.
well played by them.
Yeah, good on them. And then from PF side, I don't know really outside of some small things, what went wrong for them. But give us your feedback on the PF side real quick.
I will say probably the scariest thing on PF's end was their Garrison network. I felt most of the match was very lackluster, and they really need to be aggressive with their garrisons, right? Getting it up to be used to take ground on the line or be able to reflank, and not having their garrys readily available to apply pressure or set up a Gary network on a point they've recently captured. You know, in a different match, different map, different team, it could have been very rough on their end. But despite all that, I still think that them being a new team, new to the 49ers format, they played very well.
Yeah, yeah, really good play overall by PF there. And again, just want to say thanks for having me on. This was a lot of fun. So really good being here with you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for casting. I appreciate it. It's nice having someone that's kind of spitball ideas with. But with that being said, do you have any final thoughts, closing thoughts you want to add before I end the stream?
Yeah, I guess the only thing I'd say is for the PF side is just focus on some of those small micro things like designating a fourth armor crew there. It can be really helpful as you get into the later parts of the game or even lane control in there. So like you said, Gary Network, we won't even touch on that. But some of those small micro things, especially getting flares in the back lines. Relentless Omen was kind of hanging out in the back lines all game long. So just got to close out some of those small micro things. And then for Sin side, just focusing on, knowing where your armor's at when it comes to being down armor or up armor. You kind of got to have a count on that. And then you got to adjust your play styles there. But overall, good game to both teams. Really strong performance from both of them. And look forward to playing both these teams in the near future in the HCA tournament. So really excited for that coming up in next week.